Hello, my name is Aoife, I'm a specialist dietitian, and today we're going to be talking about the program, the weight loss program that is gaining traction, particularly in Ireland, called BODYSLIMS. In today's video, we're going to talk about what exactly BODYSLIMS is, what does it promise, what is the proof, if there is any, that BODYSLIMS works. We're not actually going to discuss whether it's a diet because it's quite an overt diet. I'll get into that later. But one thing we will discuss is the fact that BODYSLIMS uses an age-old technique in terms of weight loss marketing, and that is the "I did it so you can do it too" success story. We're going to break down exactly why this marketing technique is used so frequently, why it's so believable, the hook that it has over us, and most importantly, why anecdotal stories like these are actually not proof that a diet like BODYSLIMS works. What is BODYSLIMS? BODYSLIMS is a 10-week weight loss program, and it's run by the head coach, Jared Moran. BODYSLIMS claims to be a groundbreaking, unique approach to weight loss devised by Europe's premier peak performance coach, Jared Moran, delivering results 4 times better than the best medical programs on the market. Sounds great, right? What is the promise here? BODYSLIMS promises to deliver on weight loss through working on the mind. But what does that actually look like? I had a look at the website to see what the method is behind this 10-week weight loss program. In terms of the method, I'm actually not going to spend too much time on this because when it boils down to it, BODYSLIMS is a calorie deficit diet. It is quite overt in stating that it is all about calorie deficit. Here it says calories are king, but composition is queen. So like many other diets before it, it says, yes, we'll give you this complex system of how you need to monitor what you're eating, but actually you can eat whatever you want. And we've seen this before in programs like Weight Watchers. Does Weight Watchers work long term? No. Whether it's calories, whether it's sins, when you're reducing food down to one particular unit of energy, it is not an effective method of weight loss. I've spoken many times before about why calorie deficits don't work in terms of weight loss. Often weight loss is simplified down to, well, if you just eat less and move more, then you'll lose weight. What this doesn't do is account for the fact that the human relationship with food is very rich, very complex, and it also involves pleasure. It's important that we have a pleasurable experience around food in order to feel truly satisfied from the food. So when we reduce or boil weight loss down to something like just eat less, just stick to your calorie deficit, just stick to your calorie budget, it's not accounting for the fact that we have this complex relationship with food. And it increases the risk of things like stress eating, eating with guilt, eating with shame, eating more than you intended to, not being fully present with the food. And so those types of methods, when we look at the science, are more associated with disordered eating and eating disorders than they are with actual long-term weight loss. It doesn't show us anything new in terms of methodology. It's just a jazzed up calorie deficit, and it asks you to walk for 1 hour a day. Look, we've all tried diets, right? Diets don't work. It claims not to be a diet like most diets do, but it does fall into the category of diet. It's dictating how much you can eat, i.e. through a calorie deficit. So it's a diet. Diets don't work long term in terms of weight loss. We know that, right? That aside, I wanted to hone in on the specific marketing technique that BODYSLIMS uses, but they really amplify this marketing technique, because not only do they use success stories, and you can click into the different success stories, pick one you relate to and say, right, okay, it worked for them, I'm going to totally do this and smash my goals. They have one person in particular, half of Carla, who has lost half of their weight through BODYSLIMS and has an incredibly emotional story. Now, when I'm talking about half of Carla as an ambassador for BODYSLIMS, there's absolutely no judgment here. There are so many ambassadors for so many different weight loss programs. What I'm simply talking to is the impact of having a success story, specifically a success story like this, and the impact that it has to people going through the program. For example, do you ever feel like you've invested so much into a diet or program and then come out the other side feeling like you have failed again? Do you ever do so much research into a program thinking this is going to be it, it's going to work this time, this is the key, I've seen a picture of this person, it's worked for them, so it'll work for me? Do you ever feel like there must be something wrong with you, that you're the reason that the program didn't work, that you must be self-sabotaging, or you must lack discipline, you must not have the right motivation. Why couldn't you just keep doing the program and keep the weight off, lose the weight and keep it off? This is the effect of this kind of marketing. This is the effect of the I did it so you can do it too stories. This is the impact of before and after marketing. It provides a direct body comparison and standard that you hold on to and compare yourself to when you go through these programs. But why is it so harmful? I mean, these people are just sharing their stories, they're sharing their success, they're happy that they've lost weight and they're posting about that. And BODYSLIMS is simply sharing their story. The thing is, statistically, programs like BODYSLIMS have incredibly poor weight loss outcomes. If programs like BODYSLIMS actually worked, there would be research and data to back it up. But there isn't, and that's why programs like this rely on these success stories. Why is this a problem? Because it skews our perception of what is possible. At minimum, statistically, 8 out of 10 people will regain any weight they lose through weight loss programs like BODYSLIMS. Of the remaining small percentage, there is a high rate of disordered eating and eating disorders. So we've got 1% of the population, the large majority, who programs like these, they simply don't work for. And then we've got the small majority of the population who do gain weight loss through programs like these. And it is from this pot, this small percentage, that these success stories are plucked out and popped on to websites to promote programs like BODYSLIMS. We are sold the idea that this is the majority. We are sold the idea that it works for all of these, look at all of these success stories, it works for all of these people, you can do it too, when in actuality, these people are the minority. So it's not the people themselves, but it's the companies, because the companies know this. They will know the research statistics, they will know the statistics of people who come through and don't meet weight loss targets. But what do they use as proof? Because there's no hard scientific data to support their program, they use these success stories. And the power behind success stories is the emotion. Now, in terms of half of Carla in particular, I watched some of her YouTube videos and she's got an incredibly emotional story. And honestly, you know, again, no judgment to anyone who's sharing their stories online or through programs like this. There's a power in emotional connection. Humans are social species and we form connections, we form bonds. So when we go on and we see success stories and we see, oh, you know, for example, they're also a mother of 2. I'm a mother of 2. It's hard for me. I find it incredibly hard to cook, to manage all of the things in the household, and also to try to lose weight. Or you could have someone who's recently diagnosed with a health condition and you think, I've recently been diagnosed with a health condition. If they can do it, I can do it too. You form a little connection there, and that strengthens the connection between the body comparison. You have that connection with the similarity, something you share with this person in the success story, and then you have a stronger connection to the body comparison, the before and after. If they can do it, I can do it too. But if we take it back to the statistics, and we need to take it back to the statistics, it can be easy to get carried away with the success stories. Statistically, you are more likely to gain weight long term when you try to lose weight than you are to lose weight and keep it off. So there are more people who go through programs like this, lose the weight, regain it back, and then gain more than there are people who lose the weight and keep it off for good. Why am I sharing this? Because I used to work in weight loss. I used to work in weight loss clinics. I used to work with weight loss medications. And what I saw was that these types of things actually just increased people's obsession with the scale. They become more and more obsessed. Did it go up? Did it go down? Did it stay the same? And then that would dictate their how they felt in themselves for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. I also saw how it actually worsened their relationship with food. The more that the weight loss was the be all and the end all, the more that everything else went to the wayside. It didn't matter if they were incredibly hungry or starving, so long as the weight was going down. It didn't matter if they felt irritable and tired and cranky, so long as the weight was going down. I saw the impact that solely focusing on weight loss could have to the rest of people's well-being. I saw that the pursuit of weight loss and health actually was to the detriment of people's well-being and their overall health. And I wondered, is this something that I'm just experiencing in my own clinics? Is this something that I'm doing as a clinician? And I looked to the science, and science has provided me with that understanding, that answer. And the science has shown, there's weight loss research back as far as the 1950s which shows that weight loss interventions do not work. You are not the problem. You did not fail diets. You did not fail that weight loss program. They are failing you by selling you false promises in the form of success stories and ambassadors, and not sharing the raw, real research and stats about the volume of people who go through their programs and come out the other side feeling worse, feeling more obsessed with the scale, feeling worse in their body, feeling worse in their relationship with food. Some people, the weight goes off and comes back on again. Some people, the weight goes off, it comes back on, and they gain more weight. And this is the reality. And this is why I do the work that I do. This video was a lot less scientific than my usual videos. I hope you found it useful. My intention is never to take away people's hopes. Sometimes when we attach so many things to the hope of weight loss, it can feel incredibly hurtful when the real statistics of weight loss are spoken about. And my intent is never to hurt anyone through sharing this information. I believe, and I've seen, that there is so much healing to be done through acceptance. And we can't accept things until we realize what the real truth is. If you found this video useful in any way, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, it helps me out a lot. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them down below, and I'll see you at the next one.